is a winding road.
Hi, this is Rain from Rain Travels, and we're back with a video that is most requested by a lot of people who are sending me private messages. So, this video is how to write an appeal or remonstrance letter. So, I think one of the worst experiences during a visa application is receiving that refusal letter. So, here are the different steps that you have to do in order to write your appeal or remonstrance letter. So, first, you'll have to identify the refusal reasons. Okay, so what are the refusal reasons stated on the letter that you have received? Okay, so the refusal reasons, it can be very specific or it can also be general, depending on the country where you have applied to. So, next, take note of the appeal deadline. So take note that the appeal deadline varies from country to country. It can be from 10 days to 3 months. Next one, gather your supporting documents. Now, the supporting documents, of course, would vary depending on the refusal reason or reasons that you have. You may attach the supporting documents to your appeal letter. And the next one is to write your letter. So, for a general guideline, check first if the language requirement is either in English or in the national language. So, Spain requests that the appeal letter would be in Spanish, whereas Switzerland requests that the appeal letter would either be in German, in French, or Italian. So, please do take note of that as well. Next, make sure that your letter has your complete identification. So this would include your full name, address, contact details, so that would be in your number and your email address, your passport number, date of birth, your application details, which will include the application or reference number, as well as the date when the refusal was received or the refusal was given. Next, identify the refusal reason or reasons as stated on the letter. Now, if you have a detailed refusal letter, like from that of Denmark, Sweden, or Norway, point out the mistakes that you have found in the refusal letter. Next, if you have the general refusal letter, refute each reason with either a bulleted response or paragraphs. So the next slide will give you a sample of an appeal letter. Okay, so this is the remonstrance letter template or the template for the letter of appeal. So first off, you have to make sure that it's dated on the day that you will be submitting it. That's what I usually do anyways. So and then make sure that you put the address of the place where you're sending it to, the subject. So the subject here is appeal against the Schengen Visa refusal of the full name of the applicant, the passport number, and the application number or the application reference number for the visa application. So salutations, dear sir or madam. Take note if you know who the letter uh, if you know the person who will be receiving the letter, then please do indicate the full name of that person. Okay, so let's go over the start. The first paragraph should include who the applicant is and why is she writing this letter. So it can be stated as this. It doesn't have to be the same, okay? So I, the full name of the applicant, a blank national with passport number and then indicate the passport number and a resident of with the complete address. I'm writing this letter to appeal the refusal decision for a single entry Schengen Visa, then indicate the application or reference number to cover my intention of visiting the Schengen state and a few other countries in the Schengen area. Now take note only if this part is applicable. Okay, so this might not be applicable to you if you're only visiting one country. And then indicate the entry date and exit date for a total of number of days. So there. So for example, I, Maria Juana de la Cruz, a Filipino national with passport number 1234567 and a resident of 123 Happy Street, Quezon City, Philippines, am writing this letter to appeal the refusal decision for a single entry Schengen visa with application reference number MNL 123456 to cover my intention of visiting Switzerland from September 1 to September 15, 2023 for 15 days. So that is just an example. If I'm speaking too fast, you can actually slow down the video. Next, I have received the refusal letter on the exact date. So, for example, I have received the refusal letter on July 15, and I am appealing against the following decision or decisions. So, I have to put a slash here because I forgot that for some people they only have one refusal uh, grounds. So now indicate what that particular refusal decision is. So I have the bullets for I think this is a total of 17 refusal decisions for the latest copy. So you can indicate which of them. So for example, um, justification, this is the more common one. Justification for the purpose and conditions of the intended stay was not provided. So you have to indicate what that is. Next, on the next paragraph, you have to identify the refusal reason. So, for example, refusal reason number 10, if it's number 10 in that particular paper that you have received. So, the information submitted regarding the justification for the purpose and conditions of the intended stay was not reliable. So, this is how you will refute the refusal letter. This is how you will appeal. First, the main purpose of my trip is for, so let's say it's for tourism, then type in tourism. So let's say you will be shouldering your own expenses. I will be shouldering my own travel expenses, and I assure you that I can support myself during the duration of my intended stay or my stay. So that's the initial letter. And then on the next paragraph, specify the reasons why you can justify being a tourist. Okay, so for example, during the duration of my stay, although it sounds weird, I will be accommodated at, okay, so the hotel address, if you already have the hotel address, or the address of your sponsor if you have one, and I will be visiting city 123. Okay, so if you are a tourist, if it's only purely tourism, indicate the cities that you will be visiting. I have attached, a copy of the itinerary for my proposed travel. Again, reiterate your entry and exit date together with the number of days that you are requesting for, together with a copy of your booked accommodations and train or flight reservations if you already have those. Next paragraph. So, this one, you have to state another reason why you will be, let's say, returning home. Okay, so returning home to your home country, returning to your home country. So let's say you are employed, then state your current job, your position, the company, its address. You can even state the telephone number or the contact number, as well as your monthly salary. If your company, let's say, or school has already approved your leave of absence, attach a copy of that one. Okay? So these are the samples of attachments that you need to have. So another one here, another one for purpose is if you, let's say, are attending a concert, let's say a Taylor Swift concert, you already have tickets for Germany, for Zurich, then include a copy of that reservation or the paid flight ticket. So other reasons here. So okay, so I'll put it in blue so that you can think of other reasons, or maybe you have other reasons that I may not know of. So there. Next, I've put it in blue as well. If you have properties under your name, again, it has to be under your name, not of anyone else's. Write a paragraph about it, or them if you have several. Furthermore, if you are married or have children, then write a paragraph about your family life, your family members, what they do, who are they, and indicate if they're going with you or not. Next, oh my misspelling. Oh, it's the English. Okay, anyways, that's correct. So, furthermore, I have future travel plans that I do not want to jeopardize. So, I guarantee you that I will never overstay because not only do I have strong ties here in whichever country you are from through my work, family, and personal assets. So, if you have these, include them. Okay, make sure these are well documented. So, in writing an appeal, make sure that you are showing the reviewer that you actually have supplied whatever it is needed to prove that you will traveling there for your purpose. If it's for tourism and you have booked accommodations, or you have flight or train reservations, as well as booked tours, then that would be your travel purpose. Okay, next, refusal reason number 16. This is one of the easier reasons to refute. You have not provided proof of possession of adequate and valid travel medical insurance. So what you can state is that I'm attaching a copy of the travel insurance policy obtained from identified travel insurance, and if you have the policy number, indicate that as well. So you can write here. Oh my. With policy number XXX. My spelling is so wrong. Don't mind that. Okay, policy number for my proposed travel dates from entry date to exit date. Now, the travel insurance complies with all the provisions required for travel within all the Schengen member states. Okay, so there. Those two. Okay. Next, indicate the applicant details and your application details. So it's like reiterating your full name, your birth date, the birth date earlier. I did not include it there. Complete address, email address, and your contact number. So application details, application number, and refusal date when it was stated. Okay, and then attached are the supporting documents. So these supporting documents would depend and would vary. Okay, would vary depending on the refusal reason or reasons that you have received. So these are just example attachments that you can add. So travel related documents, proof of work and economic activity. So if, for example, you have tours, so if you have booked tours with Get Your Guide, then attach a copy of the confirmation for the tour here. Then proof of work and economic activity, proof of financial capacity if the reason was based on lack of finance or insufficient financial capacity. And then closing sentence or paragraph here. I trust you will find everything is in order, and I hope that you will overturn the refusal decision and grant me, whether it's a single, double, or multiple entry Schengen visa. And then sincerely, your signature, full name, complete address, email address, and contact number. So it's reiterating your details. Now, if the appeal needs to be in the country's national language, use the services of a certified or official translator. There would be a list available at the embassy website. Next, submitting your appeal. The appeal can be submitted in different ways as well. Some embassies allow you to submit the appeal via email, some in person, whereas others, like France and Switzerland, asks you to post the appeal letter to the migration office. So, for example, Switzerland. I've handled many cases of appeal for Switzerland. Okay, the appeal must be in the national language, German, French, or Italian. And it must be sent to the State Secretariat for Migration in them. You may also use the services of a lawyer to help file the appeal. And take note that the process takes around 8 to 12 weeks. So this is the Excel or Google Sheet for filing an appeal for a refused Schengen visa. So here you will find the different deadlines, where to send, language requirement, processing period, and fees for each of the 27 Schengen countries. I've also included some notes at this side here. Take note that there are some countries that are blank, just like Belgium here, because there are specific instructions on how to proceed with the appeal on your refusal letter. And also take note that for Liechtenstein, it follows the same procedure as that of Switzerland. The next part, once you have submitted your application, is waiting for the result. The processing period also varies from country to country. So please do check the refusal letter and take note of the processing period. Because if your intended travel date is a month away, then I would suggest not to appeal because the processing period can take long in some countries. So this is my copy page where you can commission me to write the remonstrance letter or letter of appeal for you. Again, take note that I will only be writing letters if they are in English. If they are in a different language, of course, please do request an official translator to do it for you. Okay, so you can go to the services, and it's the first one that you will see here for the personalized remonstrance or appeal letter. It will take around 3 to 5 days for me to complete the service. So that's it for the video. I hope you have learned something from writing a sample letter of appeal. Thanks for watching. Then I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.
Life is a winding road.